The gym's been feeling the same for the past few weeks now, and you can't seem to get hyped anymore like you used to. Well, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to give you the 10 best ways to get hyped for the gym. Before we get started, comment down below, what is your favorite way to get hyped for the gym? First up, and the one I tend to use the most, demons and discipline. Now let me explain what I mean by this. Demons being any sort of emotion you have built up over time. So any sort of anger, regret, feeling of revenge, anything that you can use to take action, even turning any sort of sadness or anxiety into anger, because you're a lot more productive when you're at least angry versus when you're sad. Now when I say get angry, I only mean during your set. I don't mean be a jerk in the gym or being a jerk on the way to the gym. Learn how to flip that switch on and off to where you can get hyped, use your emotion for that lift, and then turn it off and be the nice guy once the set is over. As far as discipline goes, have the discipline to know when to get hyped up for your set and how to get hyped up for your set, even when you're not feeling it. Discipline will get you to show up in the right mentality consistently. Visualization. Think about the personal records that you are going to set. Think about the music, the hype, the adrenaline you're going to feel when you actually hit the weight that you've been trying to hit for the past couple of months now. Now this is a pretty obvious one, but music. As far as music goes, I like to start off listening to something more on the chill side of things and then progress to that more hype music. So for example, I'll be getting ready for the gym, I'll be driving to the gym, and I like to listen to something maybe a little more slower paced or just not as intense or heavy, because I'm not trying to get burned out before I go to the gym. I want to save that good music, the hype music, for when I'm starting to build up to my sets and when I'm actually trying to hit that heavy weight. That being said, when I am building up to my set, I am actually starting to increase the intensity of my music, maybe the volume just a little bit, and then by that top set, I'm listening to some rock, some rap, whatever, anything that I can get going to get the adrenaline up. If it's a maintenance day or you're just taking it lighter that day, it's cool to listen to some chill music, maybe some beats. You don't need to go crazy all the time. If you found the video useful so far, please be sure to drop a like down below. It's free, it helps with the algorithm, and of course I really appreciate it. Thank you. Movies and shows. Now this is very similar to music in the sense that it gets you hyped. For example, movies like 300, Rocky, or even certain anime can get some people super hyped. The reason is because the cinematography with the fight scenes, the training scenes, these things are specifically choreographed to keep your eyes locked onto the screen and maybe even motivate or inspire you. So whether it's watching the whole movie in order to get hyped or just a certain scene from YouTube, this is a great way to get yourself motivated the fastest. Supplements. As far as supplements go, pre-workout is a very popular one to help get yourself hyped up for the gym. You start to feel a little tingly, it gets the blood pumping a bit, you know the pump's gonna be crazy. And then coffee can do the same thing with caffeine. It kind of just gets you to wake up a little bit, snap out of whatever rut you're in, and then start to lock in and focus. Pictures. Now what kind of pictures? Well, oftentimes it is a good idea to look at the physiques and pictures of the bodybuilders that you want to look like, or that help motivate you to push harder on that certain muscle group. For example, Tom Platz with his legs, Arnold with his chest, and Dorian Yates with his back. Now depending on how old you are, this might vary for the way that you see these pictures, but for example, they used to have old bodybuilding magazines where this was all you could look at, and it's like, dang, I want to look like that dude here. Or in the movies, like, dang, I want to look like Rocky. Nowadays, it's a lot easier to look up someone that you want to look like or that you find a huge inspiration from, being through social media, Google, any sort of pictures that you can find on the internet. And although I'm very aware that there are certain levels to this as far as genetics go, supplement use, but the more intense supplement use, and quite a few other factors, that doesn't mean I can't use those pictures as motivation in order to get the best workout. Basically, just find people that you think have awesome physiques that you either want to strive for or that you think just look dope. Find a gym partner. Now, why this is so important is because this mostly helps keep you accountable, not only for showing up to the gym, but for pushing hard in the gym as well. And plus, lifting can be more fun with your friends. I'm normally lifting alone, for example, but sometimes when I'm with my friends, I realize like, oh wow, I'm actually a little bit stronger right now than I am without them. Probably just because that energy is a little bit higher. They get me hyped a little bit more as opposed to the typical workout on my own. Be competitive with each other, especially if you're at a similar level, but be smart, of course. Use proper form, don't get hurt, try to have the highest quality reps with each other instead of the most amount of weight. How's that? Also, who doesn't want a hype man behind them, slapping their back, yelling and screaming, trying to get them hyped to set a personal record. Dress for the gym. If you struggle going to the gym consistently, this is a good way to get started. Humans are creatures of habit, so by getting dressed for the gym, you're getting in that routine of going to the gym, and it kind of gets you in this mindset that, okay, I am locked in now, it is time to focus, it is time to put in the work. And in a sense, by you changing, it kind of forces you to go. If you're doing the same lifts over and over and over, and you're just getting bored with them, change up your routine. Get excited to try new lifts, new types of workouts. Maybe you've been doing bodybuilding for the past 3 years and you're like, man, this is getting boring. It's the same thing over and over, same rep range, everything. Okay, let's try some calisthenic stuff. Let's try some powerlifting stuff. Let's switch it up a little bit. Keep things interesting. And one of my favorite ones is to set goals and track that progress. And the reason I like this one so much is because it is super tangible. You could see it, you could measure it. This not only holds you accountable, but the closer that you start to get to your goals, the more motivated you might start to feel. And if for some reason you aren't getting there, then it's sort of like a puzzle that you have to figure out, like, okay, what can I do better next time, and what's been holding me back this time? And as a quick bonus tip, you can't forget the forbidden pre-workout. So you might have tried a lot of these things already, and that is completely okay. Feel free to double down on what's been working for you, and don't be afraid to even add on to what you've been trying. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and here is the video YouTube thinks you'll like next, so be sure to check it out right here.